HelloFresh definitely brought to the table some really tasty recipes that made me double take my own cooking abilities. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of HelloFresh, a meal kit provider. And so what that means is instead of delivering ready-made meals, they deliver all of the ingredients fresh to your door so that you can make the dishes yourself. Okay, cool. So I have the box here. It's heavy. I'll tell you about the ordering process in a minute, but let's open this up first. It came on my doorstep literally this morning. Oh, you probably want to see me do this, don't you? Classic Ophie, so profesh. All right, here we go. Opening this up. Trying to be careful not to cut what's inside. Oh, okay, so they were the recipes. I don't know about putting them on the very top right there because people could just cut right through them. So I ordered the meal kit that had 5 recipes and the minimum servings per recipe is 2. So I've got 10 meals and the 5 recipes I chose were the beef ragu tortellini with Rocket-Pear salad, the Thai sweet chili pork rissoles, the Parmesan and mustard crusted chicken, and then the veggie loaded lentil cauliflower pie, and then the spiced chicken with veggie, couscous and feta. Now the 2 recipes here, these ones are under HelloFresh's fresh and fast range. So they're meant to be like really easy to put together, and so I actually had to pay an additional fee, like $2.25 per meal. So I'm keen to see how good they are and whether it's worth paying the extra for them. Okay, so now let's continue opening up the rest of this. So far I can see like paper bags, which is really nice to see. So we've got here the fresh and fast meal kit. Okay, so basically every single recipe has its own bag, and I'm guessing all of the ingredients are within there. So, duh. Oh, this one's heavy. What is this? Let's see. Okay, so this one's heavy because it has canned lentils. It's like soggy in here. Italian diced tomato. Look how beat up these cans are. So this is one of the meal kits, and we've got obviously we've got the spinach and mint, and then the other fresh ingredients in here is a carrot, there's a little bit of a cute little zucchini, looks like garlic, potato, ginger, cauliflower, vegetable stock, and chicken spice blend. Like literally every single ingredient that you would need to make this recipe is already like portioned and like fresh in here for you. Very bottom of this box there's this bag, and I think all of like the refrigerated stuff are in here. So the chilled out ice pack, very cool. Made with cool gel, don't consume, got it. And then we've got the beef mince, we've got the chicken breast. Okay, cool, that makes a lot of sense. Oh yes, here's the tortellini, here's the cheese, garlic aioli. Cool, all right, okay, I see, that's really cool. And so all of the other like fresh ingredients are in these paper bags. Now the next thing is getting everything into my fridge, because I'm used to putting everything into like containers once I've cooked them, but I'm gonna need to put all of these bags into the fridge somehow. For some context, I literally every single week meal prep my own food in bulk. So I will choose kind of 2 different proteins, whether that's like beef mince and chicken breast, and then I'll make 2 recipes and then I'll split them up into meals across 1 week. And so this is very foreign to me. I have never done anything like this before, so. There are some ingredients in those bags that don't need to be refrigerated, which kind of helps with the storage situation, but I don't want to have to separate anything in case I don't know whether I've mixed up some ingredients or whether I take too much or take too little. I don't know, I just want to keep everything in their prospective bags until I figure out what's going on, but that's the situation. Fridge is currently full of paper bags and that's cool, and yeah, we will get to cooking when we get to cooking. Hello, we are in the kitchen. It is a Sunday and it is time to make one of these HelloFresh recipes. So I'm currently going through these recipes and thinking about, I'm feeling pretty lazy right now. Which one of these is going to be the quickest and easiest to make? And so this one definitely caught my eye. Part of the fresh and fast range, the beef Ragu tortellini with Rocket-Pear salad, because there's literally 3 steps. I can do that, 3 steps, let's go. Splash. Okay, now for a taste test. Here we go. This is the beef Ragu tortellini pear salad. Get another bite. That's really good. I've never had silver beet before, but it's quite bitter. But I like it. I think everything works really well together. Everything complements each other. It's a really nice balanced flavor, and it was really, really easy to make. So yeah, I really liked that. One of the things that I would probably mention is that in the instructions, I think you have to like read through the whole thing before you attempt to make it. So for anyone who's not familiar in the kitchen or doesn't really know how to cook, then you might want to get familiar with the instructions first, because it'll say like heat oil in the frying pan and then cook the mince, and then it'll say add the silver beet, but it needs to be chopped first, so you probably want to chop that before you start cooking the beef mince, if that makes sense. I took 1/3 of the portion and I'm full, and like this is meant to serve 2 people, and I feel like I could split this into 3 portions because tortellini is quite filling, especially with that ricotta filling and then the beef. Like, this is really, really nice. Welcome back to another day and another HelloFresh recipe. So I finished the beef Ragu tortellini recipe yesterday. I managed to split it up into 4 portions because they were actually quite big and very filling. I found that the recipe was very, very delicious, but it also felt very heavy, which is probably why I had to split it up. So now, I've just come back from the gym, I'm hungry and I need food, and I'm trying to decide which HelloFresh recipe to make, but every one of these requires some level of crazy chopping or meat bashing or potato mashing, and you know, I just want to eat. So I'm gonna go with this other fresh and fast recipe that I paid additional for. And it is the spiced chicken with veggie couscous and feta. So let's see how we go. Expectation, reality. Not too bad, not too bad. Definitely looks nicer in the picture. Now for a taste test. The chicken's really good. Wow, that's really yummy. I can't believe I made that. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. Like, the spiced chicken is quite strong, but the yogurt really cuts through with the cherry tomatoes, and the couscous just really complements. It's really, really nice meal. So yeah, big thumbs up. Another day, another HelloFresh recipe. Literally, we've got 3 left in the pack of 5 that I've ordered, and I'm like trying to do them in order of like least challenging to like most challenging. So this next one that we're gonna do tonight is the Parmesan and mustard crusted chicken. And I know like it's not hard, it's pretty simple, but I'm just a very time poor person, and I gotta chop all of these vegetables and I gotta beat the meat. Okay, so my veggies are out and the chicken is almost done. Sorry, the glass is really dirty. I'll show you that in a second. And I've just got the spinach over here with some balsamic vinegar. I used my own because their balsamic was like really oily, and I like just like the straight stuff, you know. So the chicken's done, veggies are done, and then we've got the veggies here, and time to mix it all together. Here is the finished result. So far the trend has been, I can actually divide most of these meals by at least 3 and sometimes 4 so that it lasts me a little bit longer. But I'm actually like, even after this portion, it's big. I don't know how I would be able to finish their normal serving size. So this being a third is actually perfect for my appetite. Time to try it. Let's try the chicken first. I'm excited. This looks really yum. That chicken cooked really well. It's so juicy. And it's breast. Why can't I cook it like that? Let's try the veg. I mean, I know it's just roast veg, but it tastes really good. Yeah, I rate this. This is really good. Hello again! Another day, another HelloFresh meal. I just came back from the gym. It's actually pretty funny because I ordered the 5 recipes with 2 servings each, and it is like now almost a full week now, and I still haven't finished making everything because I've been able to portion everything out into like 3 or more servings, and so it's been really economical for me. So today we're going to be making the Thai sweet chili and pork rissoles. I was kind of avoiding this until I had a little more time just because of the preparation. Now, I know it's pretty simple, and I know I've been talking about how like complicated things are, and I promise like I don't mean to be complaining at all. It's just sometimes really hard to find like an extra hour in a day to like prep everything. I know it doesn't say it says like it takes 30 minutes to prep, but you know, your girl's not very good at prepping and chopping and stuff, so it's gonna take me a good hour. And so this one, I have to actually make the rissoles by hand. And because I have really long nails as well, I probably might wear some gloves for that. Otherwise, we're baking the fries, prepping the lime leaves, making the rissoles, frying them, making the slaw. It looks really good, I'm excited. So yeah, gonna make this today. chef! Look how good that looks. I can't wait to try it. All right, here we go. Let's try. Okay, I'm gonna try the rissoles first because they were the hardest to make. Wow. Right, trying the fries. Mmm. And now the slaw. Oh my god. Okay. From my experience so far, HelloFresh have nailed the balance in every single meal. Like, everything complements each other. The flavors all work really well together and they all taste really tasty on their own as well. This is really yum, but it's not my favorite. I think so far the favorite is definitely the Parmesan crusted chicken that we had yesterday. That was like, yeah, but this is really good as well. But yeah, it's nice. It's super balanced. I really love how the flavors of the slaw, it's like sour, but also like really fresh with the lime and the garlic aioli really complement like the pork rissoles, and like the kaffir lime leaves. I've never cooked with those before, but they're really tasty and really kind of make this dish like that iconic Thai flavor. And those potato chips, really interesting with the sesame seeds, really gives it a really nutty taste and flavor, and everything just works really well in combination with each other. Guys, it is the next day. I didn't film too much of the cooking from yesterday's recipe just because I was just so tired. You might have noticed as well, the hands were a little bit different. I got my partner to help me with some of the chopping. Honestly, it would have been so hard without him. So that was that. But anyway, let's move on to the final thoughts of the HelloFresh experience. First and foremost, arguably the most important factor of any meal kit provider review is taste. And HelloFresh definitely brought to the table some really tasty recipes that made me double take my own cooking abilities, because it was like, wow, I actually made that. Like, this tastes amazing. And I have no idea where it came from, you know? Recipe of the 5 was definitely the Parmesan crusted chicken. I loved how juicy that ended up being. It's so yummy that I'm actually including it in my own round of meal prep this week. It was, yeah, it was really incredible. And I don't think I would have ever made a recipe like that if HelloFresh had never introduced me to that. So I wanted to give them that credit. Similarly to taste, portion sizes are also a very important factor. And it's very safe to say that HelloFresh have very generous portion sizes. They usually, like, the recipes intend to serve 2, at least that's what I selected, and I was getting 3, sometimes 4 servings out of each recipe, which was very helpful when it came to managing my macros, because these recipes tend to be quite carb and fat heavy. If you are someone who is counting your macros for whatever reason, I would say that HelloFresh may not be the most convenient option for you, because when browsing the recipes to select, you actually have to click into the recipe, then look for the cooking instructions and click into that, and then you can see the nutritional information. It's not quite front and center. Pretty impressed by the variety of recipes that we could choose from. There was pork, there was chicken, there was beef, there was a lot of chicken, but I think that's because chicken is just easier to cook with, I'm not sure. And yeah, I was pretty happy with the selection. Some people might argue that the cuisines are probably not very diverse, but I assume there's a reason for that. Like, maybe the pantry staples are a little bit different, so they want to make it as easy as possible. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Let's talk about value for a second, which is also a very important thing. My first order, I got a promotional discount, which actually brought it down from $110 to $60, which is massive and great, because that ends up being like $6 a meal. And I also got more than 10 meals out of the 5 recipes, so that was a bargain. Like, really good value. But without that discount, $110 for 10 meals averages out to be about $11 a meal, which depending on your usual spending habits is going to be of value or not. So for me, I'm someone who usually batch cooks my meals and spends about $40 or $50 a week on my grocery run. And so this, in comparison, is very expensive for me. But if you're someone who eats out a lot or gets takeout and you're trying to cut down on your expenses, and you're trying to kind of clean up your eating habits, and you're trying to cook more, then this is great value, I'd say. Let's talk about convenience, because I know that HelloFresh do intend to bring some sort of convenience and structure to people's lives, because all of the ingredients are measured out, that everything that you get in your bag is exactly what you need for the recipes. They're trying to reduce waste, so you don't have to go out and grab your groceries and then waste the food because you don't finish it. I totally get that, but to give a little bit of context, during the day, weekdays, I work a corporate 9 to 5. I'm also an online health and fitness coach, and I do all of my coaching calls most weeknights. And on top of that, I'm also a co-founder of a up-and-coming startup company who is manufacturing milk tea protein called Far East Alchemy. So we're being super busy. And on top of that, I'm also a freelance graphic designer, and I do pretty things for other online coaches here and there. So I don't have children, but it's safe to say that I am pretty busy and very time poor and am on a tight schedule most days of the week. Despite the recipes being quite simple to cook objectively, the estimated time that they provided on each recipe card, I probably took double or triple that time to do. Overall, I do want to say that I'm super impressed with HelloFresh because it challenged me to get outside of my comfort zone in the kitchen. I'm the kind of person who just sticks to what I know, and a lot of the recipes that I made this week would never have been things that I would have reached for or wanted to cook, but I actually really enjoyed it. But the time required to prep, cook, and clean up after these meals just didn't fit my lifestyle. But if you're someone who wants to get creative and wants to start learning how to cook in the kitchen, and you also have a little bit of spare time on your hands, then this is a really good option for you and definitely something to look into. I would say if you are a busy person who doesn't enjoy cooking and certainly doesn't enjoy cleaning up, do not look in this direction. This is definitely not an option for you to consider. All of these things that I've talked about combined, I personally give HelloFresh a rating of 3.5 out of 5. Now, it was incredibly tasty, I have to give them that, but the biggest contributing factor to this average score is the convenience and the time, because I really feel like when you're paying a premium, it should add value in some way, and the tasty meals just weren't adding value for me. Like, the biggest value for me is being able to save time and it being very convenient, which HelloFresh was. If you enjoyed this review, let us know if you liked it. Make sure you leave a comment down below and let us know what other reviews you'd like to see more of. So anyway, have a good day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.